Hey, Patty, you know what time it is?
I do.
It's time for a
Midweek update.
the live version. We have never done a live anything really other than typical live stream.
Right.
So welcome everyone.
Hi,
This
guys.
is our live version of the midweek update. The way this is going to work is we are going to do our normal midweek update right up front. So if you're watching this on replay, we're going to get right into the information you are looking for. And then as soon as we're done with that, about 10 to 12 minutes, for those of you, if you're still watching live, then we'll get into welcoming everyone and questions, chatting, and just having some holiday fun. So anyway, Patty, last week when we left everyone, you were winding down your work week before Christmas break.
Oh, yeah. Lots of crazy. It's always, if you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about. Lots of stuff going on. We had a party on our last day. We watched movies. We did activities. They had games for the kids. They had a contest for the kids, all kinds of fun stuff. Plus finishing up, for me, a writing project. So we finished all that up. And then we headed out Friday night. What?
Thursday night, we uploaded a video on your TikTok account that we had filmed a few days prior.
Yes.
Where it's a short little skit of Patty looking down the hallway, waiting for the clock to strike 3:30 so she could run out of the building. And when she woke up on Friday morning, her TikTok was well into the 4,000.
Right. I thought that was cool.
And as of tonight,
it's around 24,000.
24,000 views on Patty's TikTok.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. So anyway, she's like the new TikTok teacher star.
24,000, 24.1.
And interestingly enough, you have a TikTok that has how many views there?
69
views. So quite the difference.
Yeah,
so
that one people like, I guess. So
we left Friday night and we drove to Lexington, Kentucky, spent the night at Kentucky Horse Park, decided to spend the money because the Cracker Barrel I had been looking at in London, Kentucky, we had stayed at once before and it was really unlevel. It was hard to get level. And I thought, let's just spend the $40 and I got a pull through because pull throughs typically are very level, and a lot of the sites said severe grade, and the pull through didn't say anything.
Right.
So when we get there, the first thing we noticed was we pulled into the loop, and I pulled into the pull through, and I realized the hookups were on the wrong side of the trailer.
Yeah.
So we ended up backing up, and then happened to literally back into a pull through. It was the craziest thing. It was so unlevel. I tried several places. We never did get it level. We just decided, let's just go to bed.
I just decided to hang on to Truman. Yeah. Truman was going to be my anchor.
And then I was mad at myself because I'm like, we could have stayed at Cracker Barrel and for half the price had really nice breakfast. But anyway.
It was okay.
And then Saturday we went to Perry, Georgia. And if you watched our last episode on Travels with Delaney, we stayed at a place called Fair Harbor RV Park in
very nice
Perry, So we stayed there again and had a great, good pull through because good and flat, pulled in, no issues.
Nope, nothing.
And then Sunday we arrived here in Florida.
2:30 maybe?
I think so. I think it was about 2:30.
Yep.
And we are at the Fisherman's Cove RV Marina and Golf Resort.
Yeah.
It sounds really expensive.
It's not.
Unbelievably, we ended up getting a weekly rate. We have 11 nights booked here, and it was like $660 with all the taxes and fees. And it is amazing. Like,
it's beautiful.
New concrete, everything's concrete. We park on concrete, we step out on concrete, full hookups.
Right.
They have a really nice clubhouse,
laundry,
pool, hot tub, shuffleboard.
Right. And you can see the golf course when you're walking around. You can see.
And our site backs up to a channel. We literally have boats parked right behind us. And we absolutely,
Lake Harris.
Yeah, Lake Harris. And then, so then Monday, so what did we do on Monday?
All the days are blending.
I know.
Monday was it Monday? No, Sunday was grocery.
Sunday night we went and got groceries.
What did we do Monday?
We went to Mount Dora, I think.
That's right. We walked around Mount Dora because we had been there years ago, and I couldn't remember a lot about it. And you're like, let's just drive over there. So we found a spot. We just were walking around, checking things out. Real cute town, cutie cute. We got some Christmas gifts and things like that.
Kind of finished up some Christmas gifts and
nice place.
And where did we eat? I'm trying to think. Didn't we have a good?
Well,
or-
remember I think we did
Oh,
Chick-fil-A.
we did Chick-fil-A for lunch, which is good.
But we didn't realize what was in Mount Dora.
Yeah, and then Monday night we went to, where did we go? I don't know. I don't know.
Fish camp was one of those nights.
Well, that was Sunday night. We went to the fish camp. That was good.
I don't know. They all
I
blend
don't
together. Oh no, we got the pizza pasta place.
Oh yes,
that
yes.
was good. Yeah, that
literally
was
like maybe I don't even know if it's 3 miles down the road. It's a pizzeria Italian place.
You found it on Yelp.
Yeah, I got great reviews, so I ordered to go. The pasta dishes were so big,
Huge.
We ended up eating half and then had them as lunch the next day,
yeah.
and it was good.
Oh
it was
my
very
gosh,
good.
so good and good price. And then let's see,
Tuesday we celebrated 30 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Yes. We have the contract renegotiated for another 5 years, so we're all good.
We're all good to go.
And then last night we went to Ruth Chris
Yeah,
Steakhouse.
and our Christmas dinner. Mm-hmm.
So how was it? Was it as good as you remember? Because you have always said Ruth Chris was the best steak you've ever ate.
And it lives up to what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was so good. The restaurant that you picked, because there was different ones you could go to. I really liked the one you picked.
Yeah, we went to the one in Winter Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was good. I mean,
but
amazing.
Before we get to the restaurant. So on Monday, we were at the shoe store. Patty saw this pair of boots
Mount Dora.
in Mount Dora, pair of boots.
They were on the clearance rack. I really thought they were cool.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. I thought they'd go cool because I brought a dress, to go out to dinner because I knew we were going out to fancy dinner. So I have this cute little dress that I found at home in a little boutique and that I love. And I thought those would be great because I didn't bring my boots. I brought these sandals. And then I'm like, I'm not gonna spend the money. And
but as she's getting dressed to go out to dinner, she says, I should have bought those boots. They would have looked awesome
with my outfit.
So I said, well, we could swing by and get them. She goes, I'm sure they closed. And
you're sneaky because you go, do you remember the name of the place? I'm like, I don't know.
So I find I find the place. They're open till 6. Our dinner reservation is 6:30. It's about 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So I say, let's go ahead and leave. I'd rather, with traffic earlier. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't know where we're going until we get into Mount Dora and I pull into a parking space. She goes, what are we doing? I said, we're going to get those boots.
I'm like, what? And you're like, shh, be quiet. We're going.
She's like, I don't need them. I said, be quiet. Let's walk. And so we went in. But then that particular pair of boots didn't really fit.
Well, they fit. They're really pointy, and I just can't do really pointy shoes. But I tried them on again, and I thought, no, I can't do it. I can't spend that money and only
wear them one night.
And I don't even know if I could wear them all dinner.
So I find this other pair that's not on the clearance rack
that I saw when I walked in,
right?
And they were actually leather.
And so we buy them. She puts them on.
They're amazing.
And she doesn't even take them off. I pay, and now we have to fly. Book it from Mount Dora over to Winter Park, which we got there just in time.
Well, yeah, and they weren't ready for us anyway. We had to wait a little bit.
We probably waited 5 or 10 minutes.
Not too long, but yeah.
But impeccable service at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I mean, they actually had like a whole team of servers.
Well, and don't forget the table.
When we arrived, yes. So let me tell you this. When I made the reservation online, it asked if we were celebrating anything. So I put in that we were celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary. So when we get to our table, there are rose petals sprinkled on the table.
And that must be like, they know, all the servers know that's what that means. Because every server, everybody that walked by, every manager, they would say happy anniversary to us. That was so nice. It makes you feel really special. So
yep. And then what was really nice was I was actually expecting our bill to be somewhere between $250 and $300 with tax, tip, and everything, because this was our anniversary. We didn't really do anything on our 25th, and I really wanted to make it special for Patty. And Ruth Chris is one of those a la carte restaurants, but at least at this location, and I don't know if they do it at all locations, there was like a chef's special menu.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
So one of the options was for $58? I think it was $58. Mm-hmm. You could get a 6-ounce filet with 3 shrimp, a choice of soup or salad, one side. There were 3 sides to choose from, and then dessert, all included for basically the price of a normal steak. And or for an extra, I think it was an extra $10, you could do steak and lobster. But we both opted for this complete, because I asked the server, what's the catch,
Yeah,
or is the steak not as good? He goes, it's the same exact steak,
same quality. Yeah.
and then he's like, it's an amazing deal. And then we noticed some of the other tables were all getting that same thing. So our meal actually only ended up being, and I say only because we never spend this much, but it was special. It was like $170 with tip, and I tipped very well because our servers were awesome.
They were great.
They just made us feel special.
Well, even the dessert, when they brought out our dessert, they put it on a bigger plate, and they had chocolate written, said "Happy Anniversary," and had some strawberries around it. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then today, we
ventured to Costco.
Oh my!
Because we needed to get that battery.
It was the Costco from Hades.
It was like being in Jurassic Park.
It was.
That's a good way to put it. It felt like you were being hunted.
Yes. Well, it was hard to even find a place to park. That one should have been sign number 1.
Well, and it's like, I just want to get in. I know what I want, but then of course you go into a different Costco and it's set up differently, and so you're trying to figure your way around, and you're just trying to get out of people's way, and it was nuts.
Right.
But we found what we needed and got out.
Yeah.
So
but I found this chicken place. So if anybody's in Central Florida, what was the name of the place?
Craven Chicken.
Craven Chicken in downtown Eustis.
So good, so good.
So it'll scare you when you pull up because there's a gas station. It's right beside of a gas station, like in this little strip mall. Don't let that fool you. It was so clean. Maybe crystal's not the word, but super clean.
Wow, yeah.
And honestly, I think it's the best fried chicken I've ever ate.
And the gentleman, I assume it was the owner, took our order, and he also was. It's a small little place, like maybe 6 tables. Yeah, you can either get it to go, or there's about 6 tables you can sit down and eat it. And he brought out our food and kept asking if we wanted more refills or wanted anything else. He was so nice.
And they even gave us, so we each got a 2-piece chicken meal. And he asked us what pieces we wanted. He's like, you want a breast and a thigh, a breast and
mixin.
So we each had a breast and a leg. You got one side. You had
mac and cheese,
and I had the coleslaw. Homemade biscuit.
Oh my god, you could tell.
$6.99. So
it was so good.
It ended up being like $18. We each, she had a homemade lemonade. I had a Southern tea, they called it, which is sweet tea.
Yep.
And so that was today. Yep. And then the rest of this week, well, I guess we won't tell you because that's where we always end a midweek update. We don't tell you what's coming up.
Well, we finally got our electric bikes ready to ride, so we're ready to take some rides on those.
Yeah, I've been using mine, which is great. Yeah, for laundry, I use it to go up and check the laundry. But
and taking puppies for walks, I love that.
So. Now, I will say, as we kind of wrap up the midweek update portion, then we'll get into the live stream here. The one thing was when they checked us in, in on a site, and there was 2 things kind of weird. Number one, when we backed in, we were staring at our neighbor's patio because they were on a pull-in site. So they really should have been like buddy sites so you could face each other.
Like if you had us and friends.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're nice people, but they had a dog pen with a dog that immediately started barking, which we totally understand because Truman and Bessie do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And we were thinking, we're never going to be able to sit outside.
Right. I thought this isn't going to be cool.
But, it's like, okay, whatever. And so I've unhitched. We have it stabilized. And I say to Patty, don't put the slide out. I always like to plug in first. I plug in the watchdog and it goes red. First time ever.
I've never seen it go red.
The dog goes white. Mm-hmm. It means you're good to go.
It went red, solid red.
The big dog was red. So I turn the breaker off. I unplug it. I plug it back in, flip the switch again, immediately goes red. So then there's a code. So I get on my smartphone with the app and it tells me exactly what the problem is. It's an E7, which says that it is a missing ground, and it even says do not plug your RV in until this problem has been resolved. So I walk up to the front or check-in area, whatever, and I said to her, do you have somebody on staff? Because I just plugged in my surge protector and it says there's no ground and I can't plug my trailer in until that's fixed, or we need to move to another site. And she said, well, somebody just left that site. And I said, well, maybe they didn't have a surge protector, but I'm not plugging my trailer in until it's been resolved because, we could damage our trailer.
Well, I wouldn't feel comfortable with these guys.
Right. So she says, well, I don't have anybody here. And by the way, really nice. I don't want to make it sound like she wasn't nice. No. She was very nice. She said, we don't have anybody in until tomorrow that can even look at it.
Yeah, because this was Sunday.
She said, do you mind moving? I have another site I can put you on. And I said, oh, no, that's fine. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, great. hopefully it's a better site. So, just so we have a little more privacy. Sure enough, it's just down the road around the corner. We're literally looking again, like I mentioned, at
a
the
marina,
the docks, the canal,
with the boats,
and we're under this big live oak tree with the Spanish moss coming down. It's just so much nicer, and we're parked right beside another Lance, a 1995. Mm-hmm. And they're from Ohio. Every morning, me and Leon stand out and talk. Yeah, we have a good time. And so it worked out perfect. But tonight I'm a little worried because I see a trailer down on that original site. Yeah. I sure hope
they got it fixed.
I hope they got it fixed because. So anyway,
that's where we've been. Yeah, so that's what's happening.
So if you're watching this on replay, that's the end of our midweek update. And if you want to stay around to see the chitter chatter, but if not, you can click off, and we completely understand. And now let's see who's here, Patty.
That's right.
I saw things. It was so tempting to
talk to people.
We wanted to make sure we recorded the midweek update in case somebody wants to watch just that part.
Oh my gosh, so you need to go back.
So let's go back and quickly see who's here. Mark
Hi,
Miller.
Thundertech, is that Kevin?
So it looks like Thundertech was here about 2 hours before we started, so he might not be here.
Yeah.
Mark Melanarski. Hey,
Mark.
Gail.
Hi, Uki.
Gail says only 2 days until Christmas. It's like Christmas Eve, I think. Something like that. The Traveling Hound is here.
Hi, Donna.
Hey. Luis outside. How are you doing? Because you're not too far from us. So you've got the same weather. By the way, the weather here has been overall really nice.
I think it's pleasant. I enjoy it.
Donna out in Scottsdale.
Hi, April.
Hey, April and Tommy. Oh, you're in California now. Oh, Thundertech is here. There you go. Adventure RV Adventures. That's Steve. Karen Milanarski is here.
Karen.
Hey, Sam. She says hello.
I
bet she likes or loves our Mickey Has. So our niece Samantha is here. Mm-hmm. Samantha hopefully will be joining us in a few days.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my nephew Alex was exposed to COVID.
Yeah.
And
he's been vaccinated, but he's just he was around some other kids.
So he's waiting to get test results to see if he can travel with them or not.
Yep.
So, hey, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Adam's here in Florida, dreaming out loud RVing.
Hi, Mobi.
Bikes, boat. It's Scott. We'll just go with that. But Fitch is here to, you would think with all of my Civil War background and my camping background, I could pronounce bivouacs. So, Esther,
hi, Esther.
Up in Ontario. Randy, you like our festive mouse ears and cap and she says congrats on your TikTok vid. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We can talk about that in a minute, but Randy, you know how social media is. It's really fickle. You never know. Hey, Poodle Professor. Let's see, the Fitches are here. Yeah, which I think I already mentioned because I saw
Linda.
Hey, Linda. So you already think of we wish we could extend our stay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I told Patty we could definitely come here and spend the whole winter. This type of park it's nice. It's quiet, super dark.
You're close to grocery and things you need. Yeah.
I love this area.
Yeah.
Because you have
all these cute little towns.
Tavares, you have Eustis, you have Mount Dora, and I'm sure I'm missing some because they all kind of run together.
Well, Winter Garden we're gonna head to and those,
Bill Cade is in the house, and let's see. Now I think we're starting to maybe repeat. Hey, Tangfish, thank you, and thank you to everybody. Barb, Ohio. Chile in Northern Ohio. Yeah, we're hearing that from Indiana too.
Yep.
Hey, Cross Country RV Tech and Solar, welcome. I'm not even going to attempt to get in on the comments.
There's Vinny Mozzarella.
And James Foley. Yeah, you gotta love the Hughes Watchdog. It saved us.
Yeah.
Vinny and Kara are on their way. They're en route. They're not too far from us, So
Allison's here. Hi, Allison.
Hey, Deb and Rodney's here.
How's baby Rex? Here's a baby
Oh.
Truman. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, baby Truman. Hi, Joseph. Thank you very much.
Baby True.
Yes, Joseph, we are
thank
in
you.
Florida.
Thank you.
Hey, Uno's here. Bill Porter.
Hi, Uno.
What
yeah.
did I just see, Bill? I just saw something you posted, and it had your name, and then it said Uno. I was cracking up.
Someone named John. Wendy Conley.
Hi, John.
Is that
Hi,
Debbie
Wendy.
Falls?
Oh, Debbie out in Oregon.
Hi, Debbie.
And so I think we're all caught up. And then she says, "Oh, Karen says
John's
that's John. That's
son.
John.
Hi.
Milinarski.
Hi, John Milinarski. We hear a lot about you, John.
You have the coolest parents.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right.
They have converted us into gluten-free wine
connoisseurs
and yarn.
Yes. I know a lot about yarn now.
So, all right. I think we are all caught up. So if anybody had any questions in that, because there are so many comments here, just go ahead and type them back in and we'll get into it. But, and again, thank you everybody, for the anniversary wishes. We really appreciate it.
That was
and
so nice.
Merry Christmas to all of you. I can't believe it's already Christmas. I mean, we're like 3 days away.
I know.
So is everybody ready for Christmas? I mean, you know, like if you're not done shopping,
good luck to you.
Because again, that Costco today was, I have never seen, I mean, Costco's always tend to be busy.
But it was just people inside were, not everybody, but a lot were just cuckoo.
The gentleman that was behind us in the checkout, he's like
himself.
Yeah, he was on the verge of having a meltdown, except for I talked to him and I think that
got him settled a little bit.
Because what was the story? Remember the movie he was referring to?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. He said, this reminds me of Jingle All the Way. And it really
People
was.
Are rude and and pushing and shoving and fighting for stuff and not being, kind. I'm like, well, okay. Yeah, that's why I'm in line to get out. But we were just like, yeah, I agree. And he kind of talked a little more and got him calmed down a little bit. So it was crazy.
We did not eat breakfast at Trails End. In fact, I don't know if have we ever done breakfast? We've done dinner at Trails End. I don't think
we've ever done a breakfast.
I don't know if we've ever done breakfast. And unfortunately, this trip we're not staying at Disney. Again, I think I mentioned we have 11 nights here, ended up being like $660. I had an opportunity just a couple weeks ago to book the 24th, 25th, and 26th, I think it was, of December. So 3 nights at Fort Wilderness. It was going to be $227 plus tax per night, which meant we would have spent more for 3 nights to stay at Fort Wilderness than what we're staying the full 11 nights here at Fisherman's Cove. And Patty and I talked about, as much as we love Fort Wilderness, we could just not justify it.
Right.
So,
I just when we were there this summer, and it's just, this is so nice here.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're here.
Dave says if you're looking for an overnight near Lexington, the Cabela's is pretty nice.
Okay.
And they're still allowing, are they, Dave?
Because when we went to East Coast, there was it Connecticut? We found out.
Well, they had closed the dump station. A lot of the Cabela's are, now that they've been bought out by Bass Pro, they're taking out their dump stations.
Right, and we needed that.
And I've heard some of them aren't even allowing overnight. So, which is kind of sad, But, Barb, the name of the park we are at is called Fisherman's Cove RV Resort and Marina. Golf, or maybe RV and Golf Resort with a marina.
With a marina or
something. I don't know. It is really nice. Like when we pulled in, like it was so cheap, I was a little worried. But when we pulled in, I mean, now it's gated. They just don't have the gate down, but they have the little entrance security hut, but there's no actual security. They have a Christmas tree in there right now.
Right.
But it's gorgeous, like really nice signage when you pull in.
Well, and even where you go to check in, that's like a really cool, like bike shop and outdoor gear and fancy, don't you think? All that stuff in there.
Yeah, they have high-end bikes and clothing.
I'm trying to think of the name of that bike.
And there's a Cannondale.
Yeah, and then they have all this cool like Orvis and Columbia and all the cool like outdoor brands of stuff that you could buy if you needed it.
Right.
So yeah, it's cool.
So, and then, like I said, they have a pool, they have a hot tub, exercise. I mean, the exercise room is crazy how nice it is.
Well, there's so much equipment.
That's what I mean.
Even this morning or this afternoon when we drove by the front again, I didn't know there was a pool table. and things
in the
like
clubhouse.
that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they do like an activity every day. I mean, some of them are simple. Like this morning, they were just having coffee and donuts. You could go up for. On Sunday when we arrived, there was a free will ice cream social.
Yeah.
And my guess is probably after the first of the year, because it looks like most of the sites are going to be seasonals, snowbirds. They probably have a bigger,
Hi, Rodney.
you know, what do I want to say? Activity schedule.
Yeah.
So, speaking of yarn, back in the day in Maine, there was a place called Christopher Farms. Heard of it? Boy, that sounds familiar.
I don't know.
Let's see if Karen jumps on that.
I don't know.
Uki's making cookies right now.
So did my mom today, and his mom was making even pies
Uki,
today.
I didn't know you baked. Yes, this is a Buc-ee's shirt.
Yep. Buc-ee.
And I picked this up in Georgia. We stopped at the one in right by Perry.
By Warner Robins.
Warner Robins. They call it the Warner Robins Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed us dinner.
Yeah. Before
we went to check in our RV park. I just went in and grabbed a couple salads and a couple brisket sandwiches. But I saw these, so I grabbed one for Patty.
Yeah.
$14.99, and it is 100% cotton.
And it's short sleeve, which I like. I'll use it for school because I got like my green cardigan on. That's what I would do for school, or I'd layer it up. But yeah, I like shirts like that because usually the last week before break, we have days where we dress up in different kinds of things, and this would be perfect. So I thought, cool, thank you. Hi, Nick's Picks.
Hey, Nikki, we're in your state, so just be warned. Dave says as of October, they were still allowing it at the Cabela's, so that's good to know.
What city in Florida? We're near Tavares. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Tavares.
I'm not sure.
Think of it this way: we are 45 minutes northwest of
Orlando?
Disney.
Yeah, Disney, basically.
Yeah. So it's, Patty and I were talking today as we were driving. Orlando itself is not that big. It's all of these other suburbs. The suburbs that makes Orlando look huge.
Yeah.
So
like a Popka.
But yeah, we're in Tavares, and which is right beside of Eustis, which is right beside of Mount Dora.
Yep. And Howie in the Hills in the area.
Howie in the Hills.
That just sounds fun. Howie in the Hills.
We just tell people we're in Orlando because sugar cookies. That sounds good.
In our defense, the Cabela's.
Okay, I saw something where Rodney said they had an incident at a Cabela's. Wasn't Mark closed? Oh.
What's wrong?
They had some kind of mishap with a closed dump station at a Cabela's. Don't even want to know.
Nope. Is that W.A. Stewart?
Hey, Wanda. It says, how is the COVID-19 where you're at?
Here in Florida? Isn't it like ramping up again?
I think it's starting to ramp up again.
I think even in Indiana, the Omicron, if I'm pronouncing it right, variant's like going through the state right now in Indiana.
Yeah,
and they're saying, you need to get your vaccine and your booster to help protect against that. So they're trying to keep people safe.
Yeah, so it's starting to, they're saying it's starting to, the numbers are going up.
Yeah.
So I don't know exact numbers here in Florida. But, we have our boosters, so we feel pretty comfortable.
Well, we've noticed just being around down here, a lot more folks are wearing masks compared to what they were at home. And we're just keeping our distance and not, getting ourselves in where we shouldn't be. So, just trying to, I knew he'd want one of those.
Yeah.
You want a Christmas one, Mark? Or do you just want a generic Buc-ee shirt? Because Christmas you have to wear, because it has this on the front.
Starting to feel like QVC now. We're selling Buc-ee shirts.
The back has a fun little saying.
Can you?
I don't know if I can get it in the picture.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be hard to.
You could tell him what's on it. It's got him. Buc-ee's driving a truck or something.
Let's see. You turn around, and I'll reposition the camera here. There we go.
Something about.
Never calm, always bright. Somewhere it says always bright. Somewhere down here.
Yeah, it's a long
shirt. That's the back of her shirt. It's a very vibrant shirt. Okay. And he says Christmas.
Okay. We weren't sure if you want Christmas, but cool. It is really cute. It's really soft. It's really long. I think I actually roll these sleeves up a little bit if I was wearing it without my sweater. So, yeah.
Nikki says she used to have a Cannondale. Rode it until I just fell over in the street exhausted. We used to have Treks, and we really liked the Trek bikes.
Yep.
Now we have the Rad bikes. Actually, we can thank Tommy and April for the Rad. They were the ones that talked us into the.
Yeah, because we saw and heard from them how they like theirs, and so we love ours, and we brought them. So we haven't been able to ride in a long time, so that'll be fun. Hey, Luke. Luke Shope's here. Yeah.
Hey, Luke, Merry Christmas. And Robert Stitch is here. He says there's a Fisherman's Cove campground up in Ontario. Has a good fishing on a small lake, and it's expensive though, starting at $71. Wow. Yeah, I could not believe how cheap. I say cheap because this is holiday
prime season,
in Orlando, and for us to be able to get 11 nights and $660, I said, was pretty darn happy. So
yeah.
Orlando is the armpit. Nikki says, well, maybe, yeah, because I shouldn't say. Oh wait, Linda says, and very close to Yalaha Bakery near us.
A good bakery?
Is that near us, Linda? You'll have to let us know. Dave says he's getting pretty good at fixing plumbing problems in the RV, which makes me think, Dave, you've had more issues. So that's not good. Let's see here. Please pass me a sugar cookie, Steve Avenger.
He's wearing his pants lower in the back as a rite of passage. Remember plumbers?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did see, I saw your video where you were changing out your sink faucet. You and Wagner. Florida had a lot of overwhelmed funeral homes during the summer. Yeah, unfortunately, Florida was hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh no. Nikki says 6 kids at Ricky's school in 6 different classrooms got it, so she's happy that the breaks right now.
Yeah.
We'll stay safe, and Jim Guzman's in the house. Jim, you're gonna have to go try Uki's cookies and let us know how they are. It says we have our Rad bikes now. One of the reasons to stop and yeah, and you know what? I'm so glad you talked us into the Rads, April, because
they're nice.
They're just nice bikes, and they're just fun to ride.
Well, they just are so solid, and they feel sturdy, and they make me feel comfortable because I don't want to fall off the thing. And I just enjoy it so much.
Hey, yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by tonight. I hope you're able to make it over, which means I should talk about that.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, if anybody is going to be in Central Florida, Tuesday at 2 p.m. at the Winter Garden Pizza Company, we're going to have our first ever meetup, which always scares me.
Yeah.
We've done lots of campouts. We've never done a true meetup.
Yeah.
But we're co-hosting with our friends Ben and Charity from Grateful Glamper. And as a bonus, we found out today that Lawrence and Natalie from the Brazen Brits is going to be joining us.
Yeah.
So if anybody can make it out, you can meet Lawrence and Natalie, Ben and Charity, hang out with us, and we're just gonna be there for a couple hours, just chatting, hanging out, have some pizza. So I know most of you are not in Central Florida, and we completely understand, but I at least should mention it in case anybody is close to us. So let's see. Yeah, Fort Wilderness is. Well,
it's just amazing.
Disney in general is out of control, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow. So, it's by Howie in the Hills, Linda says, and it's very good.
Right.
So cool. We're gonna have to check it out. We've been trying. That's why I've been on Yelp and TripAdvisor, because I'm trying to find different places, as opposed to always going back to the same restaurants. We're trying to do some new things.
Right.
So, like today, that Craven Chicken we tried. Tonight we went to a place called
BW or
BTW. Burgers, tacos, waffles.
Yeah.
And a downtown Tavares.
Which is awfully cute right now with all the lights.
So Patty had 3 tacos.
Yep.
And then I ordered a burger, and then we kind of split.
Yep.
So I had the Southern burger.
They're like gourmet tacos.
Yeah. So the Southern burger had homemade pimento cheese.
Oh my gosh. It was good.
I don't remember what all was on it, but it was excellent.
Good.
And then you had 3 different style tacos. 2 of them were amazing. Yeah. One was okay. 2 of them were amazing.
Great. One had mac and cheese on it.
Yeah.
You can't beat mac and cheese. So
Palm Springs, April. That
wow.
sounds fancy.
That does sound fancy.
Yeah, that is
Someday
nice.
I'll get to Palm Springs.
She says escaping the snow in Washington.
Oh, that looked beautiful in Leavenworth.
Yeah, we get, for some reason on YouTube, we get a live stream. Sometimes they'll pop up of Leavenworth, so we'll just turn it on and watch for a little bit.
Because at home there's no snow. It's actually been really warm in the 60s, right. And I don't think they're going to have a snowy Christmas. Usually at home anymore, we don't get any snow until, we're lucky in January, but usually February.
Mark mentioned Colonel Woody's Italian roast from Bob's Mug Coffee is still available. That's going to stay available at least for the foreseeable future, with the same deal where Bobby and April are donating 100% of the profits from Colonel Woody's to DAV, and then we are kicking in an additional $5 per bag. And I will update you. So Bobby and I wanted to get some money sent in. And so I think it was about a week ago, I reached out and said, hey, Bobby, where are we at? So he got me the numbers. And we were at like 500. Our portion was about $570. And Bobby's portion, I think he told me, was a little over 600. And so I said to Bobby, I said, I think I'm just going to round it up. And I think he thought when I said round up, that meant round it up to 600. And I said, I think I'm just going to round it up. I said, I'm just doing even 1,000. And then he texted me back and goes, I like the way you round. We'll do the same. So Bob's Mug Coffee went ahead and put in $1,000. Travels with Delaney put in $1,000. So $2,000 was sent to DAV. And what was really nice is, for the holidays, they had somebody who was doing dollar for dollar matching. So we were able to convert that $2,000 into $4,000 for DAV. So thank you to everyone who has bought Colonel Woody's.
So
I know Uncle Dennis he's still giddy about everything.
Very giddy, yeah.
And so thank you very much. But I did want to let you know that we did get some money sent in. And so.
Yes.
I'm way behind in comments. So I'll just keep going.
Any updates on your stove replacement? Debbie took the stove out a few months ago, didn't we? When was that?
We took the stove out in, was it September? September?
I know, and we did a remod of the whole area.
Yeah. Debbie, I think there was a video on TWD Life right here on TWD Life. I think I did a video, and then I posted pictures on Instagram, I believe, maybe Facebook as well. But yeah, the stove is completely gone. I built the shelf, and we found a cutting board that fills in that top, and we are carrying a 9-in-1 Ninja air fryer / toaster oven.
Right.
And then we're also carrying our induction cooktop from IKEA. It's working great.
Yeah, you got it. He's trimmed it out. It looks real nice.
It looks decent.
Yeah,
and
we've used the cooker. You used your what is that thing called?
The Ninja Foodie.
Yeah, the Ninja Foodie.
What did I make in there? I made something in there the other day.
Well, I know toast, and then we did something else.
Oh, toast and
you cooked something in there. We had, I forget. Anyway,
I don't know.
It worked great.
Yeah. Oh, those little frittatas.
Yeah, thingies.
So.
Sharstar Sharon, New Zealand's here.
Hey, Sharon. Greetings down under. It says warm and sunny in New Zealand.
I bet.
Hey, Sharon, how is COVID down there? I know you guys have kind of avoided a lot of it, but I heard, did you have to kind of go back into like a lockdown? So, Fitch's more water problems. Omicron doesn't have very bad symptoms, headaches, tired, muscle aches. At least fast it comes.
The flu sounds better.
Yeah.
She said the flu was
going
better.
around is worse.
Or worse, I mean. Yeah, we've had that years ago too. That's not
fun.
That's not fun either. No.
Oh no. Robert says the Catholic high school in his area had a big enough outbreak that they're back to doing virtual or had to go virtual.
My gosh.
Yeah, Steve. The Brits are good. We met Lawrence last year when we were at Thousand Trails Orlando over Christmas. Natalie was someplace. She had to do something. Yeah, that day. She had to do something. So, but yeah, I stay in touch with Lawrence a little, and so I had asked him. I'm like, if you guys want to come over, we'd love to have you join us. So he confirmed today that it works with their schedule. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, I love their accent. I don't know what it is
Well,
about a British accent, but
I know you're probably going to ask him about Ted Lasso and all that stuff.
no. They might not even watch Ted Lasso.
Well, they might.
So they might. I am so sad I won't be able to make it. Oh, moving to Gainesville. Hey, that's okay, Nikki. I wish you could make it, but we completely understand. So this time of year is so busy.
It's crazy.
In fact, Phil and Judy this afternoon emailed me and said, "Hey, can you guys go out to dinner on Sunday night?" And unfortunately, we can't. Yeah, we have a family thing down here on Sunday night, and it's just with the holidays, it is tough. So, let's see here. I'm just
wondering if you were still going to replace or forget it for your replacement.
Oh no, I'm just forgetting it. I'm not going to replace it.
We're not going to worry about it because we didn't use it. All, really.
Yeah.
And we realized we didn't use it all summer, and the things we replaced it with, I think we'll use more than that. So we're just going to let it be. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Debbie. She says that what we did looks great. Oh, yeah, thanks. I think for us this works. It wouldn't work for everybody. Nope. Some people really like their stove, right? But the way we travel, and again, I've always said that with RVs, you know, like what you do. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how you use them. What works for one person may not. Right. It's kind of like the whole solar thing. I mean, solar you don't need solar. No, or lithium batteries, or
it just depends on the type of camping you do, you know. So,
I am impressed tonight. According to my right there, it says we're about 51, 52. And we are not streaming on Travels with Delaney. We are strictly on Travels with Delaney Facebook and TWD Life on YouTube. Yeah. And I did that intentional because of the midweek update. I said to Patty yesterday, I go, do you want to record a midweek update, or do you just want to do a live with the midweek update included?
So let's do that.
Yeah. So, and I think I mentioned already, Travels with Delaney now is going to be on a little hiatus for a few weeks. And, so we're still doing stuff on Instagram. We're still doing stuff on Facebook. We'll probably still do midweek updates on TWD Life. And then I don't think there's really any creators in the house tonight. Not many. But I did start the third channel now, is up and running. Patrick McCormick Digital Media is the channel on YouTube. And I am going to be continuing to do those through this. That channel is all about, it's really for creators in the RV, outdoor adventure travel, and educational type niches on how to grow your channels. And it's primarily aimed at channels under 10,000 subscribers. So I'm really excited about that. And the other good thing is every time I start a new channel, it reminds me how hard it is to actually start and grow a channel. It kind of gives you a grounding because that's been live since December 7th. That was the day I launched it. And I'm at 28 subscribers, and the videos are all getting about 25 to 30 views. So it really then makes you realize when you have a bad video on Travels with Delaney that only gets 1,500 views, you're like, wow, I'd give anything for, So, but anyway, I'm going to definitely continue to do that channel during this break. So, So anyway, just update you on that. Yeah. So, Mark wants to know if Randy's been winter camping. I'm curious about that too.
Yes. She's the one that kind of was the what would you say, that lit our fire, that got us interested in winter camping.
Well, now that's interesting. Nikki says she's watching us on Travels with Delaney. Because we weren't actually pushing that out. I did share it over to the Travels with Delaney community, but so I'm wondering if that's what it is, if that's where it was. My father is texting.
What is your new channel? It's called Patrick McCormick Digital Media.
Yeah. Let me see.
You can put it in there.
Let me see if I can. Well, I'll type it, and this is
what it's called.
Did I don't know. It doesn't look like it's spelled right.
Digital. It doesn't look right. What's wrong with it?
No, digital. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Where it's underlining it. I can't really see it.
It's not. No, Dave. It's not Patrick Delaney's Digital Media. Wait, did he spell digital right? Digital. Why can't I? What am I doing wrong, Patty? Oh, maybe that wasn't an I.
Is that an L?
There we go. Let's try that. Okay. You keep talking. I got to text my father.
All right. Allison says it shows that we're live on Travels with Delaney as well.
Okay.
That's what I searched to find the live, and it showed up. Okay.
Well, that's weird.
All right. Hey, you never know. It's all right. It's okay. How's little Rex doing? Allison, I saw your pictures of your little man and your cute haircut. Love it. Cute, cute. Cute, cute. Bessie's sleeping. I need to get her in a little bit, but Truman's right here. He's always in the middle, but you can't see him very well.
So you know, I should have said something right at the start of this, because Nikki mentioned the 2 thumbs down. I wanted to warn the trolls that are watching this on replay. Please leave me some nasty comments, because I haven't had any TikTok material in a month. So Patty has a TikTok account. It's under Indiana Teacher Patty, all one word.
Yeah.
Mine is currently under Travels with Delaney, which I may change the name of just because it's a little racier, if you know what I mean.
It's not as
so
nice.
What I've been doing on TikTok is when I get a nasty troll comment, I turn that into a TikTok video. Mm-hmm. And so I have a few of those on there. Plus I tell a few stories that most people would find embarrassing, but that's just my life. So but I have not had any troll comments. By the way, when you don't get troll comments, what that means is your channel's not being pushed out. Yeah, your videos aren't being pushed out. Yeah. When you start getting the trolls, that means YouTube's pushing them out to your non-subscribers, and then just anybody, you know, they leave it. So
Poodle Professor loves your new channel.
Oh, thank you.
And they're creators.
Yeah, you know, I will be honest, because it has been slow going. I know it's only been, 3 weeks, but and the videos haven't necessarily done great. But I said to Russ, I'm like, Russ, and for those of you like, who's Russ? Russ Balbarona from from
many things, but
many things, yes, from Roads We Roam and
Metal Detector,
Nail in the Foot, and Travel Treasure,
yep,
which I now think has been renamed American Detector or something like that.
Okay,
but I said to Russ, I'm like, Russ, be honest with me, like, you're my friend, just be brutally honest. And he's like, Patrick, I watched your last video twice and took notes. He's
That's
like,
crazy.
Do not stop. He goes, you know how YouTube works. I'm like, all right.
Nick fixes this great content.
Okay, thank you. So
because he's been wondering what.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, maybe maybe
it's not.
And
good.
Then I said to Patty, I'm like, if nobody's watching this, maybe is this how my students feel in class? I think I'm inspiring,
right?
them. So, but Russ told me no, it's good content, and I will tell you, I've already been helping out a couple channels. Like Dave and I worked together on a couple of his thumbnails, and he saw some good things happening. Dave Fitch, for those of you who are wondering who Dave is. And then I have been coaching Bobby from Travels Abound, and he has definitely seen some really good results based upon some changes I suggested he make. There we go.
To try to help him.
To try to help him. So, now if I could only figure out how to make my own channel work better, but let's see, what have we missed?
Good if you don't get death threats in your comments. Yeah, that's
well,
good.
yeah, we prefer not to have those.
I mean, I've even had 2 haters.
Patty's had haters. She's getting trolls now.
One, well, see, because he's been taking me to school right before Christmas break, and it was just, he didn't need to go and helping me out, whatever. And he's like, well, let's record before I leave here. And it's dark. So on this last one, someone said, how can it be dark at 3:30? And my first instinct was to say, you haven't lived in Indiana, because sometimes it is not that 3:30, but maybe 4 o'clock now. But I was going to be sarcastic. But then there was another one that said that the video is just stupid. I'm like, well, it kind of is stupid, but if you don't like it, don't make a comment. Go somewhere else. So
you know what I think? I do not see Facebook up here. I have a feeling I checked the wrong boxes.
Oh boy.
And instead of checking Facebook, Travels with Delaney, now I feel bad because we promoted it on Facebook and nobody can find us on Facebook. So yikes.
Oops.
Well, anyway. Well, that explains why we're streaming on Travels with Delaney. So anyway.
Things happen.
Yeah, so Patty had her first hater on the way. We were driving down here, and she's like, oh, a person just left a nasty comment. They said, this is stupid.
I'm like, well, okay.
And so at first she was going to, and I said, don't respond.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to.
But then I was pumping gas.
And who responded?
Papa Bear don't like it when somebody goes after Mama Bear. So I responded.
It was actually cute.
Yeah, I responded because this is stupid. And I responded. This was my response. says the person who uses no punctuation or capitalization.
And then the person after that said, "This must be my math teacher."
Yeah.
So someone else was hating on him.
And did
so.
you have another one?
Well, yeah, that
they called you
darkness.
out on the fact that it was dark out
I'm
at
like,
3:30.
I want to go, hate, way to be a hater.
Hey, Dad. Yeah, I lied. We thought we were streaming on Facebook. You we can't see the comments. Okay.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. I'm so confused on where we're streaming, but I'm glad those of you that are here found us. So my dad and Marilyn are just joined us, and they are in Alabama tonight, and they will be here tomorrow.
Yep.
So we went over to their house today, dropped off. We played Santa. We dropped off some gifts, just because we don't have room to store them in the trailer.
They kept going from trailer to truck. Trailer, truck. Because when you need space for puppies and so forth, and it's like So it's nice. Let's take them over there. So
it'll be nice because they'll be here tomorrow, probably late afternoon. I told them we'll go to the Fish Camp, which is a restaurant just up the street.
It's a nice restaurant. Because margarita.
Yes, on Thursdays, $2.99 margaritas or martinis. So I told Dad I'll buy tomorrow night the martinis or the margaritas.
Right.
So yeah. All right. Where are we at?
What's that, Mark? Some dark.
You're also
Russian
simulcasting on some dark net Russian chat. Probably, Mark. Very possible. Who knows? So, yeah, like people are probably thinking, okay, he doesn't even know where he's broadcasting it. He wants to help us with our channels. I think not.
Next pick, she got to see your 90-year-old grandmother today.
Oh, that was nice.
That's nice. Hope everything is doing well. So that's nice.
Let's see. And then on a recent video, I was fixing a water leak in the snow, and someone commented about me sniffling. He told me my sniffling reminding him of his 4-year-old. I mean, people. What's amazing is people take the time to actually type out nasty comments.
Well, and I never get it on any of the social things we do, because it's like, if I'm watching a TV program and I don't like it, I just change the channel.
Right.
It's like, if you don't like it, why take the time to make a comment?
I know. Putin is rolling in laughter. That's funny. It's amazing. I actually do feel sorry for some people because
are they so
miserable in their own life that
they're just so negative, I guess, or want to make hate,
And don't get us wrong. No. We have watched YouTube videos where where I'm like screaming at the TV, like,
I just changed the channel. I just go.
But I don't take the time to jump on and say, "There's 10 minutes of my life I'm never getting back."
We say it, but
we say it, but we don't.
I don't have to say it to them. Yeah.
But I haven't had any in about 3 weeks, and now with not having any new content for a couple weeks, I don't know what to do on TikTok. I may dance before this is over. Nobody wants to see that.
You've been practicing, I think.
Nobody wants to see it.
Hey, I did. So bye.
Those hiding in mom's basement have to have something. You are so right, Steve.
That's what we call them.
Yeah, that's what I always say. But it's just, it kind of goes with the game.
It just means you're being viewed.
Yeah. Yeah, Barb, exactly. We just change the channel, shut the video off, and if you are going to comment,
just keep it to yourself. I mean, good for you.
And I always say, I understand constructive criticism. If somebody says hey, Patrick, you talk too fast, I had a hard time understanding you. Well, then I can go back and rewatch the video. And maybe I do, because sometimes I get a little.
He gets all ramped up.
Yeah,
as I call it.
That's constructive criticism. But when you just say things like, "Hey, dude, have you ever heard of nose trimmers? That nose hair is so big it could knock somebody on their butt." That's just
Your dad, maybe they don't know how to change.
Well, Dad, I have showed you how to use the big clicker button on the TV before. I don't know. So. Actually, Dad, you're going to be able to change the channel so much better now that you had your cataract surgery. So Dad had cataract surgery. It took a couple weeks. He says he's seeing a lot better, but it's still a little foggy, which concerns me that he's driving. But I was assured by Marilyn, the eye doctor cleared him to drive. So
well, as long as she's comfortable, she's
the one that's got to ride with him. So Tankfish, we're retired. This is the highlight of our week.
Oh golly,
man! We could suggest some better content if you need something to watch. But no, we're honored. We appreciate it. So, nose trimmers for Christmas, Mark says. The funny thing is, There have
Good
been
one.
times where I have watched videos and I'm like, yeah, I do need to trim my nose.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
So
I'm always looking at your eyebrows going, honey.
I know.
There's one eyebrow that gets kind of hairy over here and it goes, ooh, different life. And I'm like, you need to trim that down a little bit. It's growing.
Robert says, it seems that before the internet, the two old men on the Muppet Show were the closest thing to trolling or haters. You are so right. That is true. They were kind of like the pre-internet trolls. So
that's funny.
But yeah, you know, we've had some. It's not like it's not unlike batshit crazy drivers who arrive at the same time I do. Rodney says that's funny. But yeah, I mean, we've had over the years, we've had some pretty out there comments.
Hey,
well, there was the one about Fuddy. That was on the I told Bobby, because Bobby actually is excited about the trolls because again, typically when you start getting those comments, your videos are doing well.
Yep.
And so I was telling Bobby about how I said, if you really want to get some nasty comments, do a campground etiquette video. Because if anybody who's ever put out a video about campground etiquette, they end up with about 70% agreeing with you and 30% saying it's none of your business what I do. I paid for myself. I can do anything I want. And you just get some really nasty comments.
Some meanness.
So I would say, you know, you want to get comments. So
go that route. Yeah.
Thunder Tech says 69 views. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
So
not sure.
I wish yes. Okay, Randy. Oh, she's talking to Mark.
We're talking about winter camp.
Winter camp. They got snow, I think, is what she's saying.
I think so.
Yeah,
because I think looked like when we were watching the weather yesterday, because we were watching for here because there was a chance of severe, and they were talking about how there was going to be which they did, state of Washington, and then the upper states up to northern Minnesota and Wisconsin and Michigan, they were going to get snow. So they were looking at a white Christmas. So we were watching that. I was like, ooh.
We were thinking about riding down to Celebration because it snopes every night. They make snow out of snow.
Just don't eat it. You can't eat that snow.
Bill Porter, 30% new campers. Maybe, I don't know. I like it's amazing. It was the same way with generators. Like if you want a controversial topic, talk generators, because it's either, again, you like the idea of running a generator. And again, most people who run generators, the vast majority of us, and we very rarely run ours, but when we have to, we respect quiet hours and we try to minimize it.
Right.
But there's the people who are like, if you're running a generator, you're not really camping. You ought to check in at the Ritz. And I mean, and it's just always like the nastiest. So
Avenge RV Adventure said we did have a tornado down here yesterday. Well, hope everything's okay.
Oh, you did?
Wow.
Oh, I had not heard that. But we were kind of focused just on our
We were trying to make sure with the pups, that they were going to be safe.
Because I was a little concerned because they were really hyping up that storm yesterday, and we knew we were going out for our anniversary, and I didn't want to leave the pups if it was,
Yeah.
But
yeah, we like Celebration too. It's just fun to walk around, and we go to the coffee house and get it. He gets a coffee. I get a hot chocolate.
I should mention, just so I get a few bonus points. I don't know if Kuzman and Uki are on here.
They were, but yeah.
I feel like I should get some bonus points tonight.
What's that, hon?
So we're at the restaurant. We just finished the entree.
Yeah.
And I had really debated, like, where should this happen in the evening? Do you do it when we first sit down? Do we have after the first course? So I decide I'm going to do my big surprise between the entree. Okay. So I decide I'm going to do my big surprise. So she's really happy because remember, I have stopped on the way to buy her a brand new pair of boots,
which are amazing.
Yes, and weren't cheap.
No, they weren't.
We're now at Ruth Chris having a
very fancy meal that we don't have all the time.
We just finished the steak, and she is very happy. Very happy for 30 years. She's feeling like she's getting her money's worth. Okay.
Listen, go ahead.
And so before the dessert comes, I pull out the prize box. It's blue. It has a white ribbon on it, and all of you ladies know exactly what I'm talking about.
A Tiffany.
It's a Tiffany box, and I place it in front of her, and she starts to tear up and says, "What have you done?" And then she proceeded to open it.
Yep.
Well, first she read the note and
Oh
she
my
goes,
gosh.
"You always know the right thing to say."
You do.
And I said, "Well, open it up because it makes more sense if you
Uh-huh.
open it up."
Uh-huh.
And so she is wearing,
Mhm.
let me see if I can get it a little closer. I don't know if it's going to show up.
There it is.
It's a Tiffany necklace. It's
Hold
a
on.
heart
With a key.
and then up here
Hold on, let me get the scissor side.
There's a lock.
Right here, there's a little lock.
There's the lock, and then there's the little key in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think my note said something like, "You will always hold the key to my heart."
Yeah.
And so that was the big surprise. And then we had dessert.
Yeah.
Then we came back and went to sleep. So.
Spooky toilet lights.
Yeah, that was her big gift. I put a toilet light in a Tiffany box. Yeah. Although you laugh about the toilet light, but we were about 2 weeks ago. Patty's like, the toilet light quit working in the trailer. We really should get another one. So I was like, all right.
It's a good night light.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So I ordered a 3-pack. I did have a couple people on that video say, "I bought your toilet lights and they died." Well, first of all, you get 3 for $15.
Yeah.
They're like $5 a piece. They're not going to last forever.
Thank you. It is beautiful and it's perfect. It's something I'll treasure forever. So.
It's silver. Let's not get crazy.
But that's fine with me.
Yeah. Patty likes silver.
I like silver, so
it's the only thing I can afford from Tiffany's is silver. So,
Bill, glad my wife isn't watching this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, all of a sudden he pulls this out of his pocket, and then because earlier in the day,
so
I got in the truck. Just for something, you asked me to get you the sunglasses or something. We're taking the pups for a walk, and I opened his door and I get in there and then I pull out this water bottle because it was basically an empty water bottle. I'm like, let's throw away or recycle the water bottle while we take the pups on a walk. And then later he's like, I was in a panic. I thought you saw the box. I'm like, where was this box? How did I not see it? The whole way down.
So what I had done was when it came in a just a regular box, and I had opened it up and I seen Tiffany always does a really nice job. It had the, what do you call the white?
Well, this is a white ribbon, bow tie.
No, the paper I feel like I'm playing match game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Paper you put clothes in a box for a gift. Tissue paper.
Yeah.
We're definitely not going on that show because we'll not be good. So anyway, it was tissue paper, and then they had the box.
Yes.
They even include like a Tiffany blue gift bag and more tissue paper. Like
I see. Okay.
So I just left it in the cardboard box, and I put it under the couch of the trailer along with my Christmas gifts for Patty. So on yesterday, she went to, I think, wash her hair, and so I got under the couch, got it, ran it out to the truck. Well, I took just the Tiffany box out, put the cardboard box with everything else back under, which, by the way, if you want your Tiffany paper bag, it's under there. And I had stuck it along the door in the Tundra. There's like a big cubby where you can put like water bottles and things. So I stuck it there, and then I carry a pair of gloves, and I stuck the gloves over it. But when I saw her bring that water bottle in, and I knew it was right in that same compartment, I'm like, oh no. And I did ask her, did you see it? And she said no. So then what the plan or how this went down was when we parked, I waited till she was out of the truck at the restaurant. And then I just reached down and stuck it in my pocket to get it in the restaurant.
It was there.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
So I did a pretty good job.
You did a great job.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice, very special.
Well, I felt bad because for our 25th, we didn't really do much.
No, it was right after your mom's passing.
And then we were supposed to go to Alaska to celebrate. And that was, that didn't happen because of COVID.
Yeah.
So I just really wanted to make it special for her because she's made 30 years special for me. So
thank you.
And I mean that, you know that. So
I know.
What else we got going on? Now she told Patty your hiding spot. Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, I always had to be sneaky with this guy too, because at Christmas, because I need little angels to help me, because he's just a sneak. He's sneaky.
I don't know. Jim says, "Whoops! I've been in the wrong room all this time. I get so confused."
I'm not sure what's going on.
Sometimes we miss out. I know there's side conversations going.
Usually going on.
Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. Yeah. Well, trust me, we have our moments too. So, but overall, I think you have to. I guess when you're married for 30 years, and Jill Faring. Jill, I don't think's on tonight. They just celebrated. What did she tell me? It was the same day as ours. They went 45? To a hockey. They were going to a hocky match. I think it was 45. I think it was 45. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but anybody who knows, Jim Kuzma just lost 50 points. I don't know what he
something happened with Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jim. He's in the negative, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, give us a total tally of points here.
Oh, it's so crazy. But anyway, so yeah. But you kind of have to be crazy, and
well, you're my best friend.
Yeah,
so.
Me too.
Yeah,
so. But you know how it is. There'll be times we'll
need our space.
Like when we're backing the RV, that can get ugly.
It can get ugly.
Even with two-way radio. Actually, at Kentucky Horse Park, neither of us were happy with each other.
Well, I have a hard time sometimes telling him what to do to try to help, and I want to help. And I was trying to watch because that was really tight. It was weird. And the back of the truck, I didn't want to break any lights, and the way it was getting angled, and it was dark and it was tired.
It was pitch dark. I couldn't see where I was backing.
And we were exhausted from work.
And she did at one point come get the walkie-talkies, but for some reason they weren't working.
I was pushing it when
I couldn't hear. I'm like, I can't hear you. I mean, it was just so anyway. But
yeah, we need that, Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
So it's just sometimes it's just like, okay, I don't know how to help you. So most of the time we're on it, but that's
Glenn wants to know where we keep the spare key. The funny thing about this is funny. So I had, when we brought just because you brought up the spare key, when we brought the electric bikes, I had taken the lithium batteries out, stored them in my truck, because I figured that way on the way down, if somebody stole our bikes, at least they'd have to go buy the batteries.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I get them unloaded Sunday, and I put the batteries in. And then I said to Patty, I don't know where I put the keys.
I'm like, I don't know how to help
I couldn't find the keys to the bikes.
He's looking all over.
So when you say, where do you put the spare key? Sometimes I put them and I don't even know where I've put them.
It's like when I clean, I'm like,
so luckily I stayed calm and we started going through different
things. You found them.
And interestingly enough, they were in the same spot where the batteries were stored, which makes sense. The reason I didn't leave them in the batteries was I was afraid if they slid in that compartment, they might break them.
Break off,
So, what is Patty drinking? I don't know what.
Mine is Gatorade. Yeah. G2.
And obviously I'm drinking Bob's Mug Coffee.
I drink a lot of G2 because I get a lot of leg cramps. So I always just drink a lot of G2.
I was going to have something like fun tonight, but I had a martini this afternoon, and usually one, is pretty good for me. So, although I do have some scotch.
Yeah, you need to get into
that. My coworkers
got you,
as a Christmas gift, and that scotch is amazing.
That's what you said.
We'll probably use that Friday. That ought to be fun. For wind down to see Patty do that. Elizabeth says, my husband said he's finally learned to trust me when I tell him to turn backing up. So, I trust Patty.
I was like, I'm trying to say, okay, turn toward the passenger side, turn it toward the, driver's side, go straight. How many I'm trying to. Right. Sometimes it's hard because
it is. I think the more frustrating part, I think, Patty, you do a great job at giving direction. It's just I either can't see you or hear you, and you're like talking, and it wasn't your fault that the walkie-talkie.
I'm like, I'm talking to this thing pushing.
Yeah. I'm not sure what was going on because those things are great, but they just something wasn't working for us.
That night it was tiring. I'm like, at one point I'm like, just let it be. It's not level. I can hold on to Truman. I'm good. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Just let me go to sleep.
Tankfish says backing up is a true test of your marriage, no matter how long you've been doing it. That's true. So very true.
You don't have to do that with a tent.
This is true, but actually putting up a tent together could be
be
challenging.
We've done that before.
So Karen, the beverage, I think you probably heard us. G2 and Bob's Mug Coffee.
Because you don't put
soap under your mattress.
Yeah, Allison knows that story. Years ago, I went to this doctor because after my accident and had my broken leg 2 years in a row, 2015 around there, and I went to this doctor because I wanted to figure out. I kept having leg cramps about every night, and I was drinking lots of water, and it wasn't working. And I'm like, what am I doing? Trying to look online. And so I went, and then this doctor suggested that I take a bar of soap and put it under my mattress, and that'll get rid of my leg cramps. And I'm like, are you got to be kidding me? And I even told my doctor that I have now that story. And she just gives me this look like, what are you talking about? And so the joke is that, he must not have been a very good student or something, because that is crazy. I looked it up. It's some kind of myth, about it. So,
Patty, you want to tell them about our Christmas tree?
yeah, this is our, it was a gift years ago from your cousin.
From my cousin Amber. Yep.
And it's a Disney tree. And it comes with, or I guess you can
Well,
buy
we
with bought with it these cute little character ornaments. This is Pluto here. And so we put those on first.
And it was sparse.
And it was like, this is boring. And so it had all these extra little places that you can put stuff. So we went out and, oh my gosh, it was like very like sparse pickings at the Target.
Pickens? Where are you from?
But anyway, there wasn't very many ornaments to be had. So we found, luckily, these little guys. And we put them on the other night. And we were cracking up because you actually had to do these, the ties. We had to actually tie them. They weren't tied for you.
But we did only pay $5 for all of the balls.
But it is so cute now. We debated, but we couldn't find any at this time, I guess, because I just don't have anything left. Like at home, I have battery operated lights for my classroom. I thought about getting some and stringing them up and around, but I couldn't even find.
But we do have.
But we have some more stuff.
You can see we have lights around our slide out. We have some lights above our bed.
And then over there's our little porcelain tree. May have to turn the other light off to see it. And then we brought our poinsettia from
probably
home.
Making people sick.
Yeah. You brought our poinsettia because I should have given it to somebody, but I thought, well, I didn't. So we'll see if it survives. And then he brought it. So
I don't know if this will show up. There it is.
It's better. It's our little, and then back behind there, we have our little stockings that we got at Kohl's. And then that's the new subway tile because we changed the look in the kitchen here and put the subway tile. It looks really cute. And
then we have some lights outside. We have an inflatable Frosty and we have a wreath on the front of the tray.
Yeah, and that was the wreath we had at home. So our real wreath that we brought. So yeah. Yep. So it's festive in here and it's fun. We like camping. So.
Yeah. So there you go. Not that anybody asked to see that, but I just thought I would show
it. There you go. Yep.
Oh, and you finally learned how to direct him too.
Yeah, that's hard.
Good. Yeah, it is challenging. So
it's like I always think of the movie Tom Cruise drive-in movie, race car movie, because they had to learn the lingo with his.
Oh, Rodney's excited about Scotch.
What was that? Days of Thunder. Yeah, I was thinking of that. There's a line in there. They got to learn the language. It's like that's what we got to learn is our language. So you know what I'm saying. If the walkie-talkie's working, and I was pushing the right button, so who knows? Is that your Scotch?
That is the Scotch. It's called Monkey Shoulder, and
do you know where it's from?
I don't. Well, Scotland.
Okay.
Because Scotch has to be. But I don't know much about it. I really didn't even read the label. I have tried it. It is very smooth. Very good.
Anything about it? It says rooted in malt whiskey history, inspired by the malt men who turned their malting barley by hand. Monkey Shoulder is blended in small batches of Speyside finest single malt whiskeys, then married to achieve a smoother, richer taste. This is batch 27. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, now there's a conversation. Bill says his mom used to use soap.
Oh, yeah? Did it work? So I always just thought he was kind of kooky. And even my doctor now says it's kind of a little out there, but I just thought it was like, oh my gosh.
So we're having a conversation. We have all kinds of conversations. We're having a conversation about cell phones versus walkie-talkies.
Did we get a 30-foot Frosty?
No, we did not get a 30-foot Frosty. We have a...
What is he, maybe 3 foot?
Yeah, maybe 3 foot. So...
Yeah.
And then Randy says, I have bad restless leg syndrome. It is miserable. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't. I mean, I'll get terrible cramps in my legs. Like I have to wake you up.
Yeah.
Because I need help to
walk.
Well, and you got me some stuff at the Nature. It's something I drink. It's got apple cider vinegar in it. And that seems to help. Just take a little bit and then
Rodney says mother is from Louisville, father is from Scotland. I'm doomed. I do, Rodney. I do want to. Todd Rose and I keep talking about meeting in Kentucky to do some of the Bourbon Trail.
Yeah.
I would love to do some of that. Yeah. The opposite of monkey shoulder is monkey armpit. Thank you, Mark.
What's Mark drinking?
Oh, yeah. Gail says, Patty, try the soap and let everybody know.
We could try it.
Would that be a video?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But we could update you. So Rodney says, hell yeah. I'm assuming that's for the Bourbon Trail.
I think so.
Yeah. So we might. Well, and we're going to try to get the plan is to do a camp out in May in Kentucky. We were thinking Kentucky Horse Park because it's pretty good size but I think there's some bourbon places around there, so maybe we can do that. So
Restless Lake syndrome is awful. Ugh. Have to do stretches, tangfish, just to make it feel better.
Nikki says made in Orlando. What's made in Orlando?
This says it was
New York, but that's imported. Yeah, because Scotch, I believe to actually be Scotch has to be from Scotland.
It said somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Bottled in Scotland.
Yeah. I don't drink a lot of Scotch per se, but this is really good. Like too good.
Too good.
Like it goes down really good.
Too good.
So
well, the wine you had last night with our meal, you got a red wine Cabernet, and I'm not a big red wine especially fan, but I had a taste of it and it was really good.
Monkey armpit. Nikki says.
It's like monkey bread,
Yeah.
Monkey armpit.
So
I don't think you want to drink something that has pit.
Yeah, you don't want the word pit in your beverage.
Come on, Mark.
So anyway, gosh, we've been all over the board tonight. Yeah, it's like a little bit of everything. Yeah. So I think that's about it. Anybody have anything else you want before we wrap this up?
It's
9:15.
Sissy's asleep. Should I wake her or just let her be?
No,
she's been kind of grumpy.
Yeah,
so we're gonna let her.
Here, I'll turn the camera and see if you can see her sleeping over there.
She's sleeping on her bed there.
And by the way, that what you see on the top of our bed, that print, that is a Pendleton Blanket
from Costco. And it's amazing.
We paid $19.99 for it.
So soft.
And it's warm. We have been literally sleeping under it, like just laying on the top of the bed and sleeping under it. I can't believe how warm that thing is.
And I wake up warm.
Yeah.
It's so soft. It's nice.
I was going to buy another one today for at home. They didn't have them here in Orlando, so I don't know if they were sold out or if they never had them.
Right.
But now it's not like the Pendleton blankets that you see that are $200-$300. This is more like a fleece, but it has the Pendleton name on it. It's more probably their print.
Well, and we just it's not that old, and we just started using it on this trip, and it is nice. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how it washes up. I hope it washes up really nice. But what's the blanket name? Pendleton.
On the Rocks.
It's Pendleton, Mark.
Pendleton.
Pendleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's not the big fancy blankets like you get out west for the Pendleton, but
yeah, it's not wool, Rodney. No. It's a fleece, but so they probably are just putting the Pendleton name on, or Pendleton's approving them somebody to is my guess, but it's not the wool blankets that are normally like $200 or $300.
No, it's not that. This is super, super, super soft.
Thank you, Elizabeth. You guys have a Merry Christmas too. And for anybody who's jumping off, we understand here.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a fleece. It's not a wool.
Acrylic.
No, it's not. Well, it could be acrylic. I don't know.
Let me see if there's a tag on. Well, we cut that tag off.
We cut it off.
It was itchy.
Yeah.
This is so soft. I doubt it's acrylic. Because it is way, way soft. It's fluffy and soft. Yeah. Yeah,
and it's super huge. Like
it's big.
I don't remember. Did they come in two sizes?
I think we got
and we got the bigger one.
I think so because we knew.
But it was like $20.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, we wanted to be able to drape off to the side and have enough, and it's just so nice.
So yeah, I looked today. Like I said, I was going to get another one for the house because it was so. We had no idea when we bought it.
No.
Patty just said, "Oh, this would add a nice pop of color in the trailer." And I was like, "All right, And then what night was it that we tried that? It was
on the way down.
Was that in Georgia? That was in Perry.
It was where it was warm.
It was warm. It was warm that
and we
night.
didn't want to go under because we have a flannel sheet. With
Yeah, we didn't. We weren't thinking. We had put the flannel sheet on for winter camping. We didn't think we were coming to Florida and probably.
Mm-hmm.
And Patty goes, "Do you want to just lay on top tonight of the beddies and just use this blanket?" I was like, "Yeah." I was thinking, man, when it cools down, I'm going to be cold. No, I was never cold. Nope. So. All right, now we're talking about Costco. You can only cut the tag off under the penalty of the law.
I know.
You're okay since you are. That's what I told her. She's like, you're not supposed to cut these off. I'm like, and consumer can cut them off, but nobody else.
Because I didn't want that. It was itchy. So
Patty, she don't want to be itchy. Oh, I'm okay. Yesterday, the anniversary's over.
Oh, yeah. He's been kind of ornery.
Today.
Yes.
So, Patrick, why aren't you blinking like Patty is?
He can.
Oh, I can. The problem is this set could give somebody a seizure.
Well, you got to, there's certain, don't do that one. Keep going.
That? Oh, yeah. Okay.
They can't really, there's your one blinking.
There, now I'm twinkly.
There you go. It's slower twinkle. See?
I guess that was all of
That's it. Yeah. You don't have as many. Yeah.
There we go.
His has the yellow and the blue, and mine's just red and green. So, yeah. All right.
All right. Well, this was fun. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. And I just said to Pat, like I said earlier, it was like we could just skip recording midweek update, do a midweek update, go right into a live. And so,
Patty, have you had much? I assume it's COVID at your school. I work at special ed school, and it's been flying through the school. We have lots of
medically fragile kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been. I don't think it has been bad per se. What happens is the kids get like close contact, like with a family member, and then like we have one girl, sweet thing. She was out because she was close contact with her dad. And dad ended up with COVID. And so then she had to be out for the time. She gets back to school a couple days, and then she was close contact with mom. Now mom has it. And then she was out for her time. And then, so it's ended up over time. Has so much close contact that finally now, right before Christmas, she ended up with testing positive. So it ended up, she missed a whole month basically. And luckily she is really good about contacting me through email and so forth, and Google Classroom is where I put my things that she's been doing, and so it's worked out. But not a lot of kids have that at my school. So, and they're supposed to, if they're quarantined, they get a hotspot so they can get access. But sometimes they're just the apathy; they don't care. So, but I think we've been kind of lucky. Not a lot as compared to last year. We had a lot more, but this year it hasn't been that bad. So, and we never closed last year and went virtual at all. We were always person to person. We wore masks, but the teachers moved to the rooms. This year, the kids are able to have lockers. They move around. They get to go to lunch and be with their friends and so on, and have gym and all that stuff. So we're more, I guess, open about what we're doing than some schools. So, but we've been lucky. So, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you kind of, I mean,
I think
overall, you guys have done really well.
Well, and I know last year everybody we figured last year by October we would be virtual. We were all getting prepared for it, getting the kids trained on using their computers and what to do and how to access different things and how to make contacts and all that stuff and where to find this and that. And then we never closed. And so I know this year at the beginning of the year, I'm getting them ready to use, what's like if we had to go, but I don't see it happening. So anyway,
Dustin Lucas.
Hi, Dustin.
Is on. And then somebody said, Glenn says, I'm starting to twitch with all the flashing on. I know now you see why I didn't turn it on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, Dustin, with the holiday and what happens here with the influx of cases. So
did you catch that?
Yes.
Oi.
I got Roy here.
So hey, Randy, for everybody that doesn't know, Randy is getting real close to hitting 10,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. So if you're not subscribed to Randy's Adventures, you really need to. We're so excited because she's going to be at 10,000 really, really soon. So, and then Randy, I was going to reach out to you at some point, maybe this spring. We can, if you're interested, I'd love to collab with you for my new channel and have you be one of one of the things I'm going to try to do on the new channel is bring in other creators via Zoom and record those so that other creators who can share tips and things like that. So I was going to reach out to Randy because anybody who's watched Randy's videos knows that she does a great job with pacing. Like the videos move right along, and it's because Randy does something that I don't do typically. Is Randy uses scripts where you can tell because they're just so well done. And so I was hoping to get her on at some point this spring to talk about how to help, because that's one thing, is a lot of times if you watch newer channels, sometimes you're thinking just get to the point.
Yeah.
As a creator, and I probably went through that if we go back and look and so that's not one of those skills you can work on, where getting to the point and shorten the video down, less is actually more type thing. And Randy just does such a great job. Like I'm always envious when I watch her videos to think like you just tell she's laid it out so well, where I tend to just go into a video with ideas in my head and you just never know what you're going to get. So anyway, I just wanted to congratulate Randy because she's getting really close to 10,000. She works really hard at it and does a great job. So
you get Nancy.
All right. I think that's going to do it. So everybody have a very Merry Christmas and stay safe. And we will, I don't know what Patty's doing. Poor Truman. Poor Truman just gets abused.
Hey, buddy, look up here. Hi, buddy.
No.
Hey, buddy. All right.
All right. So anyway, we're going to sign off. Everybody have a great evening. And again, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes.
And I guess it'll probably be the new year when we actually see everybody. So,
all right.
So with that, we should end properly.
Travels with the lady. We'll see you on down the road.